Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach, and I help you choose growth and the healing of your inner roots. I have an intuitive message for you today about your spiritual journey, so let's get started. Wobbly plant there. Okay, we have the Chariot for the card representing your energy. I want to get a little bit more beneficial energy for you. The Moon. Interesting. And energy that works against you, holds you back, conflict, Nine of Wands. All right, so that to me seems, that makes sense to me, but let me just spend a second with my guides here because I'm not sure where we're going. Okay, all right. So in this desire to move forward, Sagittarius, you are charging ahead, the Chariot energy. And in this particular deck, the Chariot is a couple things. It's, yes, energy that we're moving forward, a feeling from the universe that's pushing us forward. And it's also moving forward in a haphazard kind of way. So this Chariot is hung together barely. It's tied together with ribbons. It's got all these different things. It's got intuition driving it. It's got water, so the horns. I think it's got feathers on it. Yeah, it's got feathers helping it move in the wind. But there's really nothing tying it to the ground, tethering it or grounding it. So these things are kind of holding together for the moment. And Sagittarius, I feel like there's a desire to go forward so quickly that it's just kind of like, let's just run at this. And it's not always ordered or, I want to use the word systematic because that feels very confining. My guides are saying ducks in a row. You need to make sure that your ducks are in a row before just flying off. I get this funny image in my head of, you know, sometimes when you're going on a camping trip or you're going just on a trip in general, you may have carefully packed a few things, but in the end, it kind of gets desperate, like you just want to get out of the house. And so you're just throwing whole bits of things in. So whereas before you might have carefully made sandwiches or you may have carefully parceled out things, you're just like throwing whole loaves of bread in, or you're throwing like huge bags of cereal. Like it's just kind of chaotic. So make sure on your spiritual journey that we are listening to your unconscious, that you are listening to your subconscious and to your intuition. That is the message with your Moon card, because there are undercurrents, and we can even see there's a little river underneath the Chariot, as well as water at the bottom of this card. There are undercurrents that that your soul is trying to talk to you, your higher self, and they're little shadings. It's not these big life-changing directions or these big kind of shiftings that you need to do. The Chariot tells us that you're headed in the right direction. These are subtle course corrections. So if I can use the driving metaphor, when you're driving, we rarely do this. We're always kind of doing a little bit of that. What these cards are saying is you don't need to do that or that. You don't need to do huge corrections to your course, but there's these little subtle adjustments that will come through with your intuition. I also feel like part of this is when we're caught up in the excitement of the Chariot, it's sometimes difficult to calm ourselves down and get quiet and listen as much as we can. We have a daytime scene and we have a nighttime scene. So you see the day and night, the polar opposites. And when you're in one, you might lose connection with the other. So you're being asked to listen, bring these things together. Let's go with the conflict about what is holding, what might be pulling back at you. This is unhelpful energy. This is coming out as the fear of being stuck, the fear of not moving at all. And whenever anything comes up that seems like it's going to hold you back or put the brakes on, there's this kind of overreaction to it. it's out of a desire to move forward, but that desire to move forward can easily turn into an obsession. And what you're going to find here is that these subtle energies come in to help you just adjust, but they're not taking away from your forward movement. I think that's what you have to remember, is that you are moving forward, you're headed in the right direction. Nothing is going to take you off of that. But when something comes in that seems like a stopper or seems like a bit of the brakes, where you're asked to slow down, if you react with all of that frustration towards it, that's actually going to end up sabotaging your forward movement. So you see, it's your reaction that sabotages it, not the thing itself. When the thing comes up, that's a time when you can say, oh yeah, the moon energy. She talked about the moon energy. So what am I supposed to get out of here? What's the message? Where do I need to kind of course correct to? All right, let me grab a few more cards. Departure, 8 of Cups. And then the 2, I'm going to draw another one. Okay. Wait a second. That clarification didn't help at all. Or did it? All right, 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Okay. All right, we are not talking about leaving a relationship. It's not that literal. But what we are talking about is the culmination of a phase that is ready to, okay. This 2 of Cups is actually talking about a tighter union with your higher self, a closer connection with your higher self. And out of that connection, you see this tiny little fern that's growing out of the water. So something new is ready to grow out of that connection. I think they gave me this card so I would stay on the positive side of things. Sometimes, just as an aside, I tend to get emotional, especially when absorbing the other person that I'm reading. So this was a little reminder to, nope, this is all good. Anyway, okay, so we've got a new little something growing out of that connection with your higher self. The 8 of Cups is telling you that you have completed a stage and you're ready to leave, you're ready to move on. So likely this is a karmic stage with the number 8. I almost said the letter 8. That would be a very bad Sesame Street presenter, right? The letter 8. Meaning that you have left this part of you behind that was ready to be released. And because you have done that, you have engendered a stronger connection with your higher self. There is no need to push yourself forward because you're already going forward. And your guides just want you to remember that working so hard to get closer connected to your higher self means that you have the benefit of that connection whenever you want it. The reminder to tap in with the moon. Okay? So a little bit of a different message here, Sagittarius. And they want me to do one more card for you. Lovely. The Magician. Because you're writing a new script. You are manifesting a new world. You are manifesting a different reality already by just virtue of the different person that you are now. But this is good news because it means clean slate. You see, destiny waiting to be written, and you are writing that destiny. Now, the trick is not to push that destiny out of your willpower only, but to include the murmurings and the whisperings from the higher self in that destiny as well. So it is a blended destiny between you and your higher self, not your will, not what you want to have happen, but also not total surrender. You see, it's a dialogue between both. That is our 2 of Cups as well. This is a harmonious dialogue. It's not, well, I have to do what you say, or I get to do what I want. This is a dialogue. All right. All right, Sag, thank you so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. And did you know that I offer free consultations for anyone interested in soul guidance packages? So if you're looking to go even deeper on your spiritual journey and you would like to work with me, this is a free consultation to see if this is a good fit for you, if this is the right time, and how it would work. So I will, if you, oh, sorry, hello. If you'd like to check that out, soulguidancewithadriana.com, or there's a link in the description below. I'll look forward to seeing you next time right here.